Yeah, I'm talking to both of you.
Probably eating spinach? I don't know. Broccoli, maybe?
Yeah, you damn sure don't want to be doing that anyway. When you find mold on your you find mold on a human body. That's up there on the shit you don't want to be doing. But my brother over here got it half right. He said he wouldn't want to be eating spinach. I'd say you wouldn't want to be eating, period. And that just so happened to be what I was doing. I was at a Chinese food place, and this plus-sized white woman. That's a lie. She wasn't plus-sized. This bitch was fat. This big old white bitch came in, like the kind of big where, like, it's almost like their fat has grown up on their shoulders, and like basically like they've lost like the resemblance of a human shoulder area, and it's just like it looks like they're carrying a log across their upper back. You know what I'm talking about? No, good. So, and her hair was it. In reality, she could have been a homeless woman, and like the place we were eating was relatively cheap. Like it was relatively cheap, and so I'm assuming it's completely plausible that like completely and utterly. You all right? I'm gonna give you a second to compose yourself. What part of that got you? The log?
Love. Better than that, it's good.
Oh yeah, I've seen like images of the people like that, where they have a fat forehead. And the crazy thing is, I don't think that's necessarily like, oh, it's like because he got so fat, his forehead got fat. No, that was just forehead was just fat. Because I've seen like the people who literally are just a couch.
I mean, I usually describe it as more of like a beanbag,
A
like
beanie
Beanie Baby.
Yeah, but let's be real. When I said a couch, the visual image was way better. Okay.
Like when you've evolved beyond the point of being a human being and you're now a piece of furniture in general.
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay, we are. Well, we're both really fat. I'm really fat. He used to be really fat. Now he's just fat. And you're a plus size girl. So we all big motherfuckers. Like we all could, we could all lose some lbs. We good? Like we ain't better than no motherfucker.
I could lose a human being still.
Yeah, I could probably definitely lose I could lose a whole fat guy. Like, and still probably be still massively overweight. Like I could lose an entire fat dude and still be like bigger than I need to be. I ain't trying to like Joan. I ain't clowning nobody. I'm not trying to be funny. I ain't gonna lie, the bitch got big lips. I'm just saying, she's just a big white girl. And like white people, no offense, but white people definitely, their hair, when y'all look bad, like black people who like ain't been taking care of their hair almost look like it was purposely dreaded up. Like your hair looks like shit. Like that's what it is. But this lady's hair wasn't doing that. It was that stringy, greasy, white person hair. Like it was thin on top of everything, right? So she had it pulled up away from her neck, which made this situation worse because it gave me a window to the horror show. I'm not happy with myself or the way I'm describing this person who was honestly not in the best place in life. Like she wasn't in a good place in life. I am not trying to make.
She's no longer in a place in life.
No, for all I know, yeah. Or at the very least, she's in a place better than where she was. I am not trying to be funny. I can't stress that enough. I am not trying to be funny. I am just, this is just what it is. So, as I am eating my Chinese food, I am with one of my other brothers and his girlfriend at the time. I really wish she was here to listen to me tell this story. And me and her happened to look over. And I think me and her both saw around the same time. And it was like, that ain't good. And that's kind of that's kind of where we left it. We didn't do a whole lot of thinking or talking about. We didn't. Oh, hello. Like, we didn't talk about it at all. Like, we didn't discuss it. But when I tell you, like, basically, like, the base of her neck that met the like her back, because it was definitely that level of fat where they just, like, it's a fat person's neck, and it just, there is no neck to speak of. It just goes neck back, like neck roll, back roll, like the two just meet in the middle. So, in between those two rolls was just this green, I want to say gunky looking stuff, but I can't necessarily tell you the consistency of it because I didn't see it. Like, I couldn't see it well enough to, like, give it a consistency. I just knew it was like this greenish substance. And, like, by all means, she could have just, like, had, like, you know, came from, like, one of them, like, parties where people throw, motherfucking, what was that shit? Like, that colored powder on each other. And she just got, like, some of the stuff, like, stuck on her, or, like, you know, or whatever the fuck. I don't know. I genuinely don't need to know. But I can tell you for sure. What?
I just misplaced some logs.
So, like, when you say, like, it's green, it's like, I am not here to judge, and I'm definitely not here to make fun of somebody I consider to be a friend. But just understand, like, for me, I understand what you're talking about, and I don't think that it's as uncommon as you might think it is. Specifically because it's not a hygiene issue. It is quite literally my body is doing weird shit, like, because of how just strange the female body works. The female body is fucking, it's a nightmare. The female body is a nightmare. Like, I know we talked about nut sacks and stuff, but just be real, like, the female body's a goddamn nightmare. So yeah, that's my story about the mold lady. The mold lady at the Chinese food place. I've never told that story before. This is the first time I've ever told anybody about that. No, it's not the first time. I think it's the second or third time. But, like, the other two times I talked about it, it was it wasn't in depth. It was not at length. It was just, oh, so there was this one time at band camp, that kind of thing. But hopefully somebody can, like, give me some kind of insight as to what might have caused that, because I'd kind of like to know. You got me fucked up. I wouldn't. Well, one, like, if it was my fat ass sitting over there with green shit dripping off me, and somebody just came up and was like, "Hey, bro, I don't mean to be rude. What the fuck is that shit dripping off your neck?" I'd have just been like, "Alright, I'm just gonna give you this knife here, just stab me right here in the heart. Just get it in there and then pull it out so I'll bleed out as fast as possible. And if you can pinpoint the aorta, like, cut that motherfucker, cause I'm done with life." Like, Like,
But that's the thing. You don't have that situation going on and be like, oh, that's a thing? I had no idea.
yeah,
It's not like
yeah.
it's not like you go out one day and it's like, you know, you're kind of fat. No
What?
way! I can't believe that.
Like, I mean, but that's the
Yeah.
same thing I was thinking with the lady in jail. Like, you knew your vagina was oozing green. You knew your vagina was green. White, black, brown, yellow, Puerto Rican, and Haitian. It don't matter. You knew.
Unless you're a fucking Martian, there's something wrong.
Like, you knew.
And even then, I mean,
You knew your pussy was green. Like, I'm not gonna say. I ain't gonna say it no more. You knew your coochie was green. You knew that shit was green. That's some foul ass fuck shit. That's like if you're a guy and you're uncircumcised and you don't take care of your dick and you expect somebody to go down on you. Because I've had a female tell me this. Like, she's like, oh yeah, I was messing with this dude who was uncircumcised, and like straight up his situation down there was not taken care of. And for those who don't know what I mean,
yeah,
it's like,
dick cheese.
yeah, like it's not just that. Like, dick cheese is gross. Like, Fermunda cheese is gross. For those who don't know what what dick cheese is, it's basically dead skin cells. Like, it's just dead skin. But because it's like in a moist area, it's still really soft and kind of sticky. So yeah, it's just dead skin. that makes it. Oh, it's just dead skin. That makes it better. It's not so bad. It's gross. Only slightly. Only slightly. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna flatten this out. Like the mad lad I am. Alright. But yeah, it's like if you have dick cheese. If you have dick cheese growing under growing under under your area, like, you need to know that's there. Like, you need to know that's there. Like, the person giving you oral sex, or performing oral sex on you, or giving you any kind of sexual attention shouldn't be the one to tell you, hey, my broski, you got mad dick cheese. You shouldn't. And I feel like that's something only teenagers would ever really go through, because teenagers are disgusting. And I'm speaking,
I mean, in general, like, if you're going out for the night and you even have the inkling that something sexual is going to happen, like, have the common courtesy to at least be clean.
All the way clean, not kind of clean, all the way clean. Like, get your shit together. Because as a big fella, I can't run that risk. I can't. If I will tell you straight up, if I know that I'm gonna be around people, even if there's a slight chance I might not smell like anything, I'm still gonna probably wear cologne or put some kind of fragrance on. So if you do smell anything coming from me, it's something positive. It's not onion. It's not definitely not gonna be onions or.
It's like you're choking on my cologne. At least you're choking on my cologne.
Yeah, at least it's that versus, I smell like I smelled like I farted and I didn't fart.
Like if you bottled the fragrance of fart, that's
fart,
what I am.
That's what I am right now. And you don't want that. So in short, I guess what we're saying is take care of your nasty ass. Be aware but as far as the lady goes who was at the Chinese joint, I'm gonna assume she didn't have a choice. I'm just gonna really assume that she couldn't take care of herself. Maybe she couldn't afford to or something. But because at my heaviest, when I was dying, I still found a way to take a bath. I still found a way to get clean. When I was fucking like filled to the brim with fucking fluid, I still find a way to wash my nuts and armpits. Like, just saying. So there's that.